We are live in Studio B with your day-to-day BYU sports play-by-play. I am Spencer Linton alongside Jason Shepard. There was a lot of yelling in that opening segment.
It's not yelling. It was exuberant discussion.
So, listen, we're gonna bring it back down to earth, okay, and do so still with passion because we have the BYU Athletic Director Brian Santiago back in Studio B. We've moved over to the Cougar Council Room. Brian, great to have you on the show again. How are you this morning?
Doing fantastic. Great to be with you, Spencer and Jason. It's exciting times right now.
Indeed it is. All right, let's just go right to the idea that the demand and passion for BYU athletics have never been higher. I mean, everybody wants a piece of the Cougars. They want to get into games. They want to watch BYU however they can. How are you assessing this new age and this new era of BYU athletics where it hasn't ever been like this before?
Well, it's really unprecedented. The demand right now to be part of BYU, the demand in Cougar Nation for tickets is unprecedented. There's never been a time quite like this. We've talked about the momentum that's been created by Kalani, by KY, by these programs, the success of the programs. It's really phenomenal to know that we have a fan base that is so passionate about our teams and about this university. It's with football just around the corner. We've sold more football tickets. We sold out almost immediately of all of our season tickets. In football, everybody knows that in basketball, we sold out the arena very quickly. Yesterday, the Rock passes, I believe, sold out in 60 minutes. There were 20,000 of our students in the queue, and we sold out 14,000. The demand is unprecedented, and we're so grateful for that. When you talk about these times in college sports, to know that we have this kind of interest right now is just unbelievable.
You know, we hear from people who come from other places to BYU, and they talk about what a great fan experience it is to be here, and they've enjoyed themselves. What are some of the experiences that fans can expect this year with football, basketball, and all of the sports on campus?
Yeah, Jason, it's pretty exciting. Our fan experience team, our marketing team, I would say is the best in the country. What they've created for both Cougar Nation, but the fans that are coming from outside that come to our venues, that leave feeling like this is one of the great experiences we've ever had in college sports. It's just a tribute to our team, but it's really a tribute to our fan base. They want to be there. Our student section is the best in the country. The Rock is just passionate, beyond passion. But, you know, what we're trying to do is create an opportunity for all of our fans to have access. We understand, like we've heard the frustrations, but the reality of it is we've followed the same exact processes in our season ticket sales that we've always gone and done, and we're trying to make sure that it's aligned in every sport so that when our fans come to buy their season tickets, they know exactly what the process is going to be. The difference is it's even surprised us, the demand. We knew there was heightened demand. We didn't know that it would rise to these unprecedented levels. And so there are some of our fans and some of our loyal people that have not had opportunity to buy tickets, but we're creating some opportunities where our fans are going to have access to watch our teams. We're playing 3 basketball games at the Delta Center this year. You know, 2 of them, North Carolina and Wisconsin up there. We're going to have fans have an opportunity there. With all of our access through ESPN and all of the places we're going to play, our fans are going to have an opportunity to watch, and we're doing everything we can to assess our processes to make sure that all of Cougar Nation is having access to tickets.
It's great insight into some of those other options for fans who weren't able to get their hands on season tickets or a Rock Pass. Do you have any other insight into maybe some other games? I don't know, maybe Christmas break when students are out or things like that. Like, what can you tell us about other ways that fans can still get involved?
Yeah, there will be opportunities this year in both football and basketball for single ticket sales, especially during some of these times when the students are on break. There are going to be seats available. We're going to do everything we can to give our fans an opportunity that didn't get to buy season tickets to have access to our venues to watch our teams. And that's awesome. For basketball, certainly there are a lot more games that people are going to have access to, and we're going to do everything we can to give people an opportunity. But, you know, we have a lot of our Cougar faithful that travel on the road with our football team. to make sure that they have access to some of these other venues to watch our team. They're going to have access to single game tickets here. And then basketball, it's one of the reasons why we are taking this team to some of the venues that we've never taken them to before. We're playing in Madison Square Garden. We're playing in TD Garden in Boston, which is, you know, AJ's home. We're playing in Orlando over the Thanksgiving break. We're starting the season in Las Vegas. We're playing at the Delta Center.
Yeah.
Our football program has 6 amazing home games, and we've got amazing road games where I've already heard from a number of fans we're going to go on the road. We want to see our teams play. And, you know, for us, we just want to make we need every member of Cougar Nation to feel like they're in, all the way in. We're all the way in. We need everyone to be all the way in. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that every member of Cougar Nation has a chance to watch our teams.
You know, following up on that, obviously as a diehard BYU guy through and through, you love to showcase BYU at any level. Yeah. With some of the things that you were talking about and the opportunities to play different places in these high-profile games where there are going to be a lot of eyeballs on BYU, what's it like for you as the athletic director to be able to showcase BYU and this athletic department at those levels?
It's critical, and I always say we, as a department and as a university, have created something really special. And when I say we, you can't stop short of calling out the amazing coaches and programs. The success of our football and basketball programs, but specifically our football program last year, everybody knows football drives the ship. It's everything for an athletic department, but it kind of spreads the momentum across all the sports. And so to see the success nationally, to see the interest in our programs, we literally have, I got a message this morning from Uruguay. I happen to have a brother that's down there as a mission leader who said he walked into a gym and there were 2 or 3 guys in there and they saw his BYU shirt and they were like, what's happening at BYU is unbelievable. And they just started peppering him with questions. Like, what is going on in Provo, Utah? This is halfway across the world. But I think that there's such interest worldwide right now in BYU, and I like to believe that a lot of it has to do with our unique mission. And there are people saying, wow, the success, the fact that they're excellent across the board in their sports, but they do it in a very unique way and they're not compromising their mission. That's what I think is carrying the day right now. And I think that there are a lot of people really curious about what really is going on in Provo. And what I'm telling you is that something special is going on in Provo, Utah. The caliber of these student athletes, the people that they are across all sports. We're starting to see them. Soccer's had their little blue-white. Volleyball was coming out of their practice last night. The basketball team, I just walked through the gym, just finishing up practice. The women are getting ready to go. The football team, I was out on the field the other Saturday watching them play. The intensity, the excitement that's happening, it's palpable. We're, as I've said, Cougar Nation is alive. Our teams are alive. They're ready to go. And we're going to go chase greatness, and we're going to do it the right way. It's pretty awesome feeling.
So your good friend Tom Holmoe had a fantastic send-off.
Yeah, he did.
Just want to make sure you've got tickets for Tom, right? Like Tom.
Yeah.
He was joking about that. He's like, I hope I can get into an event.
Yeah, we have Tom well taken care of. He leaves a legacy that merits him being in the venues.
I say that tongue in cheek because he's so humble and so grateful. But as you transition from him and take on this new challenge as we enter season 3 of Power 4 competition, what do you feel like is the biggest challenge that awaits you and all of Cougar Nation moving into the unknown?
Yeah, I think, Spencer, it's a great question. I think you have to look at it from the standpoint of, you just talked about it on your previous segment. There haven't been expectations. Coming into the P4, our teams have come in off of the radar, chosen at the bottom of the conference to start seasons, and then just had remarkable seasons. I think the challenge is going to be is how we meet the expectations, because I think across the board with our coaches, the student athletes, when you have expectations of excellence, meaning now everyone expects us to be great, although with a little change in our football program, you guys were just discussing it with energy. I like the energy. But I think that there's now a change in the expectations across the board I was reading on ESPN the other day that they have us in that top 30 programs to watch on the CFP list, right? That wasn't the case last year, and we were 1 or 2 plays away from being a CFP team. Our expectations of being one of the teams in the country that actually has odds to win the national championship in basketball. I think our ability to handle the pressures of expectations, continue to play great on the field, on the court, wherever the venue is going to be one of the biggest challenges to maintain the excellence, right? Everybody talks about it. It's tough to get to the top of the mountain. It's even tougher to stay there. Across sport, everywhere you go. And so if we can stay humble, if we can stay true to who we are, if we can continue to be excellent in competition, but be excellent off of the floor as well, off of the field, I think that's where we're going to continue to just make strides, continue to chase greatness, continue to embrace what's coming. Because everybody can feel it. There's a reason the demand is so high. People want to be a part of it because we've created an expectation of excellence, but we've created it together. But what we're going to create coming to us is even better. So I think miraculous things are going to happen.
Fantastic stuff. We appreciate the insight into the ticketing scenario and the rock passes. And as you mentioned, naturally there are going to be some frustrated folks, but the demand and the passion and the support of BYU Athletics have never been higher. So as we close out this interview, what would you say to those that were on the outside looking in and them wanting to be involved as we push into the future?
We hear you, and we're sitting in rooms and looking at all of it, wanting to make sure that we make BYU Athletics having total access. We want all of Cougar Nation to have total access to BYU sports. And so we're sitting back looking at all of our processes, making sure they're consistent, making sure that we're doing it the right way, making sure that we are giving everyone an opportunity. And there are some things that we can adjust, and we will adjust moving forward. We hear you. We've met with many of you. We've talked to many of you that have called and have been frustrated with some of the processes, and we just want you to know that we're in, and we want to do things the right way. The reality of it is, as we've sat back and looked at it, is in years past, the number of our legacy and Cougar Club members that have maybe purchased football tickets and bypassed basketball tickets, there were a fair number of them, and it allowed more people to get tickets. With the unprecedented demand this year, the number of our legacy and Cougar Club members that purchased tickets was higher than it's ever been. The percentage of people that went in and purchased tickets to both sports, higher than it's ever been. And it did catch us off guard a little bit, but we're going to make adjustments. We're going to do everything we can to make BYU sports accessible to everyone in Cougar Nation, because we need everyone. That's the magic of what's happening right now across the world. I'm literally hearing from Cougar Nation across the world how much they care. It's a two-way street. We care equally, and we want to make this great for everyone. So we're going to do everything in our power to give access to every Cougar fan.
We appreciate that you wanted to show up and talk about this. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for making this time again in your busy schedule to do this.
Best time in the history of BYU and BYU Athletics is right now. Let's go.
Let's go. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.